Yesterday, we went over the law of gender and why there's only two of them.
Yes.
You know, it's the very structure of creation itself, the creative energy. Now, in the forces of nature, you know, polarities, you have the masculine or positive, the feminine, negative, and then the third polarity is neutral, which does not actually happen, you know, in physical creation that you can touch or hold. It's what's beyond when you bring the two together to make one. You get to that neutral point. So, back to feminine women, which I have a very feminine woman right here. Thank God she was raised in somewhere other than America.
Oh boy.
I know, it's controversial, but I'm sorry guys, like, with the feminist movement and the Marxist communist BS, you know, trying to have equality of outcome instead of being performance-based the way society was built. You know, you have so many women that have forgotten how to be women. They're pretending to be men, which is why, you know, a masculine guy doesn't have any attractiveness to most women nowadays. Like, they might be physically beautiful, but they're not attached to that core feminine essence, which the masculine craves, because the feminine is what makes up everything. Now, what are some of your thoughts on why you're attracted to more masculine men as opposed to those feminized betas?
Masculine men, they provide the energy of, like, I feel protected. I feel more protected.
Well, you feel safer?
Yes, safer.
Yeah. You know, the masculine, again, is that laser thought. You know, it is the energy that transcends the physical, where the feminine is what makes up everything. So, like, the masculine, you know, they crave freedom, and they get that through their vision and mission, which is why a man must always take his mission with God first, and his woman second. Because if you put the woman first, you're going to mess it up and not have the woman or the mission.
Yes, that's true. And also what I notice is that the more feminine I am, the more it's easier for both of us. It helps me to flow better, for both of us to flow better and work together better. I notice if I start taking control,
or attempt to,
then that's when the disagreements or, you know,
butting heads,
arguments. But when there is a strong masculine leader,
the woman can relax.
Yes, I can relax, and we still get things done.
We actually get them done fast. We actually get them done faster, easier, having more fun along the way. And, you know, that's like the programming, like, you know, the workforce and things like that. It wasn't designed for a feminine atmosphere. It was designed to be very competitive and hierarchical. That's why the CEO makes the most money, the COO, and, you know, on down the line to the janitors and those that give less value to the company.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what, you know, women want someone better than them in pretty much every way. It's just facts, it's the way it is. They want someone stronger, they want someone smarter, they want someone more developed mentally, they want, you know, someone that has the resources. Not all of these things are, you know, a must, but it's based on, you know, the woman you're trying to attract.
That's true.
Like, we were just hearing about the Taylor Swift stuff, which I'm really not a fan of her, but it's hitting the news. She's dating some Kelsey football player, so it's really like, you know, the nerdy girl back in the stands after the football guy because he's the more masculine hunk. Mm-hmm. You know, men need to be strong. It does. And it's the way it's designed to be by your biology and psychology. You're not going to change it with, you know, trying to make a modern egalitarian society. And I'm sorry, I come from a more matriarchal society with the Native American. And that works when you don't have things like money.
Oh.
Like, when you have something that's performance-based, like money, it's just not going to work. Because, like, in the tribes, you know, the chief in the native tribe, he wouldn't eat until there was meat in the pots of all the widows and orphans. So the men took it as the responsibility to take care of their community. But even with, like, you know, the hunter, it's like, hey, you're the one who caught the deer, you're going to get the best cut of meat. You know, in a steak, it would be like your filet mignon or the tenderloin, the king's cut. You know, when you try and just divvy it out equal, it's never going to work. We've tried, you know, they've tried it, communism in Russia, they've tried communism in China, and it ends every time in genocide and loss of productivity. Because when you try and give participation trophies, instead of trophies for who's the best, the people who are the best aren't incentivized to do the best. Because less than 1% of people put in 90%, 99% of all the inventions, creations, and everything else that makes society possible for you. So trying to do, you know, equality of outcome instead of equality of opportunity is where it messes up. So guys, tap into your masculine core. You'll attract better women. And honestly, you know, with you wealthy nerds, you intelligent men, you're going to want to give up on American women for the most part. I hate to say it that way. Don't get me wrong, there are some
yes.
that still have a feminine core. Mainly
yes.
they will be...
There are some women who are still feminine in this country. So
in those it'll be...
stand up for those, so yes.
Well, those are rare. We're talking yes. statistically here. So like the ones who are still feminine in the United States would be like Amish women. Some in the more rural areas where they're not as hit by the hustle and bustle, left-wing big cities that are just decaying. And, you know, those that are Hispanic or indigenous origin, you know, first or second generation.
And also, some women still have their femininity. They just have to stand up for themselves, to provide for themselves, because they don't have a man. They can still tap into their femininity. Always.
Of course, a woman yes. can tap into their femininity.
Yes.
But they're not doing it naturally. Like, that's a very rare woman who has done the work and the deep internal work to do that. And if you find one of those, oh my God, you found a diamond in the rough that's, you know, polishing itself. It's exceptionally rare and a beautiful gem, but statistically, you're not going to get there. There aren't enough of them for all of you guys. We talk nationwide, like with the one she described, there might be 100,000 women in the entire country being super, super generous that are like that.
Beautiful.
Where you have 150 million women in the country. Not very good odds. But if you go South America, Eastern Europe, and other ones that are more traditional areas, you're more likely to find better women.
On that note,
we'll see you again tomorrow. Have fun, everybody.
And stay tuned for our sex secret that is available for pre-sale on our website, www.jedihill.com/sex secret.
.com/sex secret.